Welcome back to Ask a Pop. Today we're talking about I'm sick and tired and blessed. Okay, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a confession. I was in my mid 30s before I learned the proper way to say what I am right now, and that is I have stomach issues. It was my beloved that taught me that that is the proper way to say it. Okay, now it started at about 9 p.m. last night, and it's still going on today. But you know what? I'm still blessed. And the reason that I'm stick with me here, because the reason that I'm talking about this is because, I'm sick and tired, pardon the pun, of how many times I hear people talk about how blessed they are when they get a bonus or get a promotion at their job or get an extra French fry in their basket or they date the second greatest gal on the planet. I've got the best one. I got the best one. Sorry, guys, she's already taken. Um, because they always say then they're blessed. But you know what? They never really give a shout out to God, um, when the down things are happening, only when the good things are happening. You know what? I had one of the best pets on the planet, and she was hit by a car. She had parvo, had an early pregnancy, and all those things happened to her before she was 1 year old. She almost died. And she ended up living until she was 16 or 17 years old. And if she could have told you, she would have told you she was blessed every day of her life. My dad ended up losing his leg. Well, he always said that he knew where it was. It's just it wasn't attached anymore. And he had a ton of other bad jokes, that were worse than that. Um, but he lost it when he was 19 years old. Now, did he have some downtimes? Sure. But I was never raised by the dad that let that define him. I was raised by a dad that did things because he didn't have that leg. He didn't let it define him. And it was all in the way that he looked at things. God never promises rainbows and unicorns when you exercise your free will to follow him. Heck, Moses tried to wiggle out of his calling when he realized what God wanted him to do until God overcame every one of his objections. And God's own son literally was sweating blood at the Garden of Gethsemane, just knowing what was ahead. I guess what I'm getting here is being blessed isn't knowing that only when the good stuff is going on, although it is great when it does, like when we renewed our vows in Cana. But it is remembering just what an awesome God we have when the good stuff or the bad stuff is going on. So, just like the title says, I'm sick and tired and blessed. The Bible verses today are Galatians 4:12 through 14, Exodus 4:1 through 17. As far as questions go, how do you feel when you're not feeling great? Have you ever thought about thanking God for the opportunity of being sick? I know it sounds crazy, but giving thanks for anything and everything really should be a thing. God bless you. Have a great day.